You can do it all. You can accomplish every dream your heart has ever desired, even the ones you thought you had to sacrifice to time. Society is so saturated with the mindset of, oh, you can't have it all, you have to make sacrifices, you just don't have enough time. You do. What if I told you you do have enough time in the day to get everything you want done, as long as you spend it correctly? And how do I know this truth? Because that's what it takes to become a UCLA student. Here, I am constantly surrounded by amazing people who are athletes, engineers, musicians, and business owners all at once, and I'll let you in on the secret. You don't have to be crazy talented or ambitious to get it done. It's actually incredibly simple. Instead of focusing on time management, time maximize. Instead of just learning how to structure your day, learn how to save hours upon hours and how to use them intentionally. So while time management is useful, it is only a tool to help you maximize your life. In this video, I'm going to go through structural, mental, and biological ways to get the most out of your time. I'm going to go through everything, no gatekeeping, so you can have it all. Let's get started. First, figure out what you're actually spending your time on. We think that we're spending 2 hours at the gym, we got 8 hours of sleep, we spent 3 hours studying. But did we really? There are 2 common ways that we may be wasting our time without us even noticing. And once you know what these are, I promise you will save several hours. The first one is that there are so many tiny activities that we do within our larger chunks of time, such as changing for the gym, yapping with friends during a study sesh, or brainwriting before bed. It can be kind of tricky to notice these things, so I made this template for you. First, list off the things that you spend the most time on throughout the day. Then I made this list of common distractions that you may be accidentally spending your time on while you're supposed to be doing something else. Then within these larger activities, I just want you to notice where you may be losing a couple minutes to these other things. It may not seem like a lot right now, but I promise you it builds up really quickly. Like before I started to really become conscious of what I was doing, I was spending so much time on brainwriting, on yapping with friends, and travel time. But now that I know that I'm doing these things, I literally save myself like 3 hours. The second common way people waste time is not being aware of how long you're taking for each activity. I want you to literally set alarms for yourself or time yourself for things that you do throughout the day. This isn't to stress you out, but it should set off some alarm bells in your head because you may be spending more time on things than you're willing to. This may indicate that you're getting distracted by things, you're moving slower than you would like to, or you're getting too sucked into it. It could be a multitude of things. So now you're facing the reality of how you prioritize your time. But you can also now improve that reality to match what you want it to. After all this, you're probably looking at a long list of ways you're unwillingly spending time. But don't be embarrassed, because now you have access to really valuable information that most people don't. Instead of accidentally spending an hour scrolling on your phone, you can use that hour to get your stuff done because you're aware that you're doing it. The way you choose to be more efficient is ultimately up to you. But now you have access to a powerful tool that will definitely help. Number 2. Get motivated. Get into that flow state. The internet is flooded with messages saying, you will only be successful if you learn how to work without motivation. You will only be successful if you stay disciplined. While this has some weight to it, you aren't always going to feel your best, and sometimes you just need to get the work done. But isn't it a lot more fun to get that work done when you feel like it? I'm going to teach you how to harness your body's natural responses to be more efficient and concentrated. So starting off, motivation increases the dopamine levels in your head, which also pushes you into a flow state. This increases your concentration, your problem-solving skills, and your speed. On the flip side, when you get tired or bored, you get sluggish, and it just takes you longer to do things. So a really easy way to save time is just to manipulate yourself into wanting to be there. Some common ways to do so is to go on a walk, to meditate, to do some yoga, but I'm not going to lie, those things don't really work for me. So I'm going to tell you the ways that I get instant motivation that I haven't heard anywhere else. So I like to watch inspirational videos. It's cheesy, I know, but it works. They have inspirational music, pictures, speeches that are literally made to increase the dopamine levels in your brain. Another thing to try is matching your environment to your activity. If you're somewhere that matches the aesthetic of whatever you're doing, your brain is more inclined to perform. I like going to the gym to work out and the library to study. Is it more convenient for me to do everything in my room? Yes. But do I end up being productive? No. I'm surprised this isn't talked about more. Harnessing your biology is such an amazing way to get results. I know I didn't really go into depth about this too much, but let me know in the comments if you want another video explaining how to get instant motivation and how to enter flow state. Number 3, we need to get off our phones. Remember when I said that dopamine is important for work ethic and engagement? Well, being on your phone is a really great way to fry those dopamine sensors in your brain to the point where you can't interact with anything you find remotely tedious or boring. And baby girl, that's life. When we scroll through our phone, we get a lot of stimulation because we get an unusually high amount of dopamine with very low effort. Every productive thing that we do after that does not have the same saturated reward and often requires more thought and problem solving than just moving our thumb. So not only are you already wasting time on your phone, but now you also feel disengaged and sluggish, which causes your other activities to take longer. It's hard to quit brain rotting. It's so addictive because it's such a convenient way for the mind to relax, but also be stimulated. But we kind of forget that there are also other ways to relax as well. Here's my proposal. Replace brain rotting with a hobby that fulfills you. Don't worry about being productive or put any pressure on it. This should be for your pure enjoyment. The nice thing about this is that now you have an additional thing that you have time for. And who knows, it might open some new doors, new opportunities, or become something that you're really proud of. Number 4, the art of multitasking. This is a controversial one because it does cause people to make mistakes, which could ultimately waste more time. So just a fair warning, only use this one if you notice that it works for you. Okay, let's get this one fact straight. Your mind cannot consciously multitask. It cannot consciously process 2 things at once. But the nuance is that your brain is constantly running a bunch of background tasks. For example, let's say you're listening to a lecture, you're listening and taking notes at the same time. Your brain is still processing one thing, whatever is being said in that lecture. However, you're still doing 2 things at once. So if there's something you can do without really thinking about it, like doing laundry, crocheting, just things that are repetitive and you can do passively, you can pair that with something that your brain has to think more actively about. For example, I crochet stuffed animals while I watch my lectures. An extreme case of when you really don't have to pay attention to one of your activities is when you're just waiting for something to happen, like waiting for your laundry to get done or waiting for a food order. I like to just fit a couple things in, like calling my family or getting my homework done. These are just some examples of playing with multitasking. Over time, you'll notice new ways to kind of pair a brain intense activity with a background task. Again, don't use this if this doesn't work for you. It can lead to burnout, mistakes. Honestly, even I use this just like as little as possible just because like you can't really be present in the moment. But with that, that leads me to number 5, my favorite and last tip, to plan your day correctly. The goal of this is to spend each day intentionally rather than just letting it slip away. I genuinely don't think I'll be able to function if I didn't have some sort of structure to my time. Okay, so this is what I do and this is why it works. Okay, so the big idea is to get a visual planner for your day. This really helps you organize your time the way you want to. So firstly, I like to time block my day. I use Outlook Calendar. I kind of want to change it, but it's fine. I'll just like show you guys what I do. So with literally anything I want to get done that day, I'll schedule a certain amount of time for that. This lets me actively prioritize certain things. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to this. You're organized. You know that you dedicated enough time to get things done. But let me introduce you guys to Parkinson's rule. Parkinson's rule is this psychological phenomena where an activity will take as much time as you give it. So if you think, I want to get this essay done by the end of the day, then chances are it'll take the entire day. However, with this strategy, your deadlines are so soon that you're going to spend each activity really efficiently. Another great thing about being able to visualize time is that you're able to kind of switch things around. So what I like to do is I like to schedule alternating between hard and easy things. So let's say that I spend a lot of time doing my math homework. Afterwards, I may want to schedule some time for maybe like cleaning my room or drawing just to give my mind that kind of break. So I have 2 side notes about this one. Use this method to help you relax as well. Schedule time to just have fun, go out with friends, go out to party or something, but you're able to schedule that time in your day and not have to feel guilty about it because you literally have this giant poster of you being productive literally the rest of the day. Also, don't be so uptight about it. Give your timestamp some leeway. Things happen and it's really good to be flexible. Well, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys took something from this video and I was able to improve your life in some way. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end, and until next time, bye!